What's going on, guys? It's Young Wealth. Now today I gotta make a video on a coin that I kind of haven't made a video on for a while, right? Even though, listen, that brought me the most views. I'm not gonna lie, Pi videos, Pi Network videos, when I was doing them consistently, I had a few that were over 25,000. But you have to understand, sometimes I just want to take a break from the internet. So like, I kind of fell off with the videos. But you're probably wondering, what do I feel about Pi right now? Now, I seen somebody in the comments say, not in my comment section, but on a video, they said Pi is gonna be the next ICP. It's a dead token. And I just thought to myself, like, that's just a clueless person. So, of course, I'm straight to the point. So you know that me saying that entails that I'm bullish on Pi still. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I'm very bullish on Pi. The reason why I am bullish on Pi is because we have to take a look at the graph and we have to be fair. But I want to actually just analyze the coin market cap one first. When we go to the year, we have to be fair, right? This is a very, very new token. This pump here was only because of the Binance Futures. Was it the Binance Futures listing? Am I correct? Yeah, I'm correct. It was the Binance Futures listing on listing news that spiked it all the way to $1.50 here. So don't think that was anything to do with price manipulation. That was literally a hype run, which shows still strength. So when it gets an official Binance exchange listing, just understand this token is gonna be very, very profitable. Now, why do I say that? Do I get into the TA of this is it's a pretty confident graph. Why do I say that? Because it's holding structure. Listen, if we just ignore this, it's literally filled in the gap. Let me just make a better line than that. If we just look at if it didn't have that news or any of the Binance news, right, it would have literally been flowing like that, and that's what happened. So it had a spike, but it's respecting this trend. And I know if I make it taller, you're gonna see what I'm trying to explain a lot more clear, right? Like, to me, that just looks like it's found the bottom. I'm gonna just be real. It looks like it's found the bottom. This trend has been broken, clearly. This downtrend here, let me just go back on here. I need to really get a mice, right? I'm gonna go on the actual, yeah. But this downtrend that we have from here to here, it's broke that structure, bro. This was a lot of selling in one go. A lot of people got out of Pi Network here. I'm just gonna be real. This is rare. Like, how many red candles is that? That's day. This is on the daytime. This is on the day scale as well. This is on a daily time frame. Like, that's like a lot of red candles and only a few green ones. Like, there's only around 2 green ones in this whole downtrend. So that was just mass selling and manipulation. That seems like that trend has been broken now, though. It broke out of this zone, and as you can see, look where the lines align. As soon as it broke out of that zone, if it carried on here, just to make it even easier for you to understand, if it didn't break out, we would have kept bouncing lower. But no, it tested here, and now we broke that pattern. So I just feel like this is on the beginning of a nice up trend. I can never compare this coin to ICP because they're 2 different graphs. Let me take a look at ICP because somebody said it was ICP. I just thought they were crazy. That's why I'm gonna really start pushing these Pi Network videos again. We have to read the white paper first before we even get deeper. If you just look at Pi and you zoom out, that's not gonna happen to. First of all, look how close it is to all-time highs. This is why it came out at a beautiful time to prove itself. When Pi Network was out, when it first arrived and it first went public, where you can, the app was out, and that a few months back, the uprise was not too much. like a nice little pump. The uptrend was a nice trade, don't get it wrong, but it's not like it went from $400 to $5. So the uptrend or the rally was a good trade, not nothing insane like a meme coin, but also the downtrend wasn't too bad either. If I'm just being honest, this coin is showing strength and it's in the billions. So I just believe like this coin is well established already. It's well established, and not only that, you're saying a coin that just has no purpose. This is not like one of those DeFi projects that were back here 4 years ago. If you remember those projects where you could stake for high APR or whatever, it's not one of those. Like, I'm just going to read you this and you understand why I'm saying that, right? Now it says, a well thought out sound token design is critical to success of a cryptocurrency network. It has the potential to create incentives to bootstrap network formations and growth and build utility driven ecosystems. Okay. It has the potential to create incentives to bootstrap network formation and growth, build a utilities driven ecosystem. What does that mean? Like, so Pi is not just a coin that is just being given away for free. No, people that actually want to build on the ecosystem and bring utility to not only the ecosystem, but the real world, the global economy, they're going to benefit. And because of the tokenomics and the mining mechanism and just everything put together, I feel like it can sustain itself. Why? Because it's not ridiculous to think that if a coin has already rubbed shoulders with a lot of big corporations, they've already used Pi to buy certain assets in the USA, they've also involved Pi in every transaction. Like, you got to understand, every time something gets built on Pi network and they encourage developers and whatnot to build on an ecosystem, Pi is going to be the coin that's used for that. So it's pretty much going to be like, of course, when you have gas fees for ETH on Uniswap, like I'm trying to put it in a way where you understand, like, ETH is powerful because it's used by multiple coins. Like, ETH is needed for a lot. ETH is damn near needed for everything that happens on the blockchain. Pi is an early ecosystem which I feel like is more efficient, and the fact that it's accessible to everybody to really build on the network and use their own creative power for an incentive return, it makes me bullish, because I know that's only going to inject more volume and liquidity into Pi, the Pi network coin, the Pi coin. That's just the honest truth. But people don't see long term. They can't see past a few months. Like, that's why crypto is funny, because when a coin is doing well and everybody's quiet, when the coin's like kind of moving boring, everybody is out the bush. They come out the woodwork to clown the coin. It's funny to me, but I believe that Pi network has nothing to worry about on the macro. It's showing structures. It's showing patterns that it should be showing if it's an official coin. Like, we've seen many coins just look terrible and fall off the map and end up like this. Okay, it had a big downtrend, but that was a look at the uptrend. Or look at these candles. It literally went boom, boom. Did this in 4 candles. So for as much red candles as there was a lot of buys going on here, a lot of volatility, which shows strength in the community also. So I do feel like this is a buy zone, not financial advice. I do feel like this is the best time to accumulate Pi. I'm gonna make another video breaking down some other things. I'm gonna end this one here, but no, I don't feel like Pi is the next ICP. I feel like that's far from the truth. And even ICP is a coin long term that I would still invest in. People don't. That's what I'm saying. I believe in Pi. I'm not Pi. I believe in ICP. It's just gonna take a while. It's gonna take a while. You gotta understand that any coin you're in, as long as it actually serves a purpose and a solution, or if it innovates, which Pi innovates, you gotta focus on the macro. Because just like any company, Apple didn't go from $1 to $100 in one day. It didn't happen like that. Just like Amazon, it didn't go from 50 cents to $200 in one day or whatever price it's at. Like that, any company or stock, it didn't work that way. This took tens of years for some of these companies to reach their full potential. So always remember that with these coins. With that being said, I'm back. Young Wealth signing out. Peace.